Good evening and welcome to some high school basketball Class B SODAK 16 action. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson. We are at the world's only Corn Palace, getting ready to bring you the Freeman Flyers and the defending Class B champion Howard Tigers. Elsewhere on Fuller Digital Solutions, Zach Spear is bringing you the Crazy Horse Chiefs and the Viborg Hurley Cougars, where with 2:53 to go in the first quarter, Viborg Hurley leads Crazy Horse by a score of 11-10. So let's take a look at what we have going on tonight. Just wanted to make sure we mentioned our sponsors. Without them, these broadcasts don't happen. Paying for gas, paying for equipment, paying for manpower. I mean, Tristan costs a lot. He's planning on going on a cruise, and he's like, he wants $500 for tonight. I don't know. It's like highway robbery, but he's good help. So we want to thank our sponsors, and that includes Hoots Bar in Freeman, Merchant State Bank with locations, a variety of locations, but a main location in Freeman. That's that iconic clock that you see on their logo. CHS Propane Services out of Freeman, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing in Freeman, Freeman Shopping Center, where I did stop on our way here when I realized that I forgot to grab an extension cord. Nice place, Ace Hardware there, ran right in, bought an extension cord, and it's coming in handy because we did need it. So thank you to Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, with locations in Freeman and Parkson, Vision Care Associates with their location in Freeman, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires with their Freeman location, Janelle Pearson with Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Yankton Thrive. So we want to thank all of them, and we always say, obviously you don't have to utilize their services, but we ask that you at least give them a chance to compete, whether it's on price or service or convenience, whatever it might be. These people, these businesses are investing in these broadcasts to bring you Freeman coverage, and we want to provide that. Now, obviously, these are Freeman sponsors, but we're not going to be dissing Howard. We're not going to be criticizing Howard. Howard has some great players on it, and we will have interviews with both head coaches before the pregame is over. So, we want to give equal time to both. And so we want to take a look at what's going on around this state, as it is SODAK 16 night for Class A and B boys. And so let's take a look at that. So tonight in boys Class A, where my Vermilion Tanagers did not make it. They fought valiantly against the Lennox Orioles, but came up just a bit short. And I will get on my high horse again. Region 4 just is so competitive, both boys and girls. The fact that 2 of the top 12 teams in seed points did not even get a chance to make it to the SODAK 16. I would prefer maybe a SODAK 32 or a Super 32 region. And that doesn't have to be statewide. I would like it to be maybe a super region. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. Then combine. You're still limiting travel, but you're hoping to equalize some of those seed point people getting eliminated. So, and you're still going to have upsets, and nothing's ever perfect, but I think your first round being a region matchup, and that'd be, say Region 4, and then from there you go to that super region, which is Region 3-4, and then you go to the SODAK 16. That's what I would like to see the SDHSAA go with. But people don't listen to me. People don't ask me. I'm not quite sure. I feel like I have good ideas at times, but maybe not. I could be very, very, very wrong. But unfortunately, my Tanagers did not make it to the SODAK 16 in Class A. But Lennox, who beat Vermilion in a close one, just making sure I have that score from last week here. That was on Saturday. Beat Vermilion 53-48. Well, right now, they are leading Mobridge Pollock by a score of 41-25 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Rapid City Christian leads Del Rapids 9-3 with 3 minutes to go in the first. Clark Willow Lake leads St. Francis Indian, who upset Pine Ridge They lead them 17-11 with 3 minutes to go in the first. Starting at 7 is Sioux Falls Christian and McCook Central Montrose. Hamlin and Millbank doing battle at 7:15. Groton area and Winter will start at 7:15. West Central versus Hanson at 7:15. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, Central Time, 7 o'clock, obviously, Mountain Time, is Hill City versus Cheyenne Eagle Butte. So that's your look around Class A SODAK 16 action. And then in Class B tonight, you have Del Rapids St. Mary leading Waverly South Shore 48-26 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Castlewood taking it to Ipswich 45-8 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Viborg Hurley leads Crazy Horse. They have 14-5 with 1 minute to go in the first. Let me just double check that, because you know what? We have a live stream of that, and that will be as accurate as anything, and it is, yes. 14-5 as the final 14 seconds are about to click off, down to 10. And here's Crazy Horse with the ball, right side, three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Viborg Hurley with 5, 4, 3, 2, and they get it under the basket, and they cannot get it to fall. That will be the end of the first quarter. 14-5, Viborg Hurley leads Crazy Horse after 1. All right, elsewhere in Class B, Wessington Springs takes on Timberlake. Wessington Springs leads 14-6 with 2 minutes to go in the first. Lemon, the Fighting Penfields, will take on Aberdeen Christian at 7 o'clock at Faith School. That is Central Time. Gregory is taking on Lyman. Wall taking on Sully Buttes. And, of course, the matchup here at the Corn Palace, Howard versus Freeman. So that's a look around the state of South Dakota tonight in Class A and B basketball for the SODAK 16. When we come back, we'll take a look at the state tournament action coming up for AA girls this weekend, A girls and B girls, and then also AA boys is set, and then Nebraska basketball for boys. I'll be in Lincoln this weekend. We'll talk about all of that when we come back. This is Freeman Flyers basketball, SODAK 16 against Howard. Along with Tristan Nelson, I'm Michael Schumacher on Classic Hits 106.3 and on Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. We'll be right back.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high. CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
Welcome back to the Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota, where I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson, where the Freeman Flyers, the 10th seed in the SODAK 16, are ready to take on the number 7 seed Howard Tigers. This is going to be a really good matchup. We're excited to bring this to you. Both Freeman and Howard, they played earlier in the season on December 20th, where Howard did defeat Freeman by 21. We'll discuss that later. Freeman is a different team. Just a lot of that youth learning to play together. Not a ton of seniors on this squad, so that is part of the development of this team. And so that is what we're going to be discussing later. And we did have conversations with both head coaches. But let's take a look around the state as far as state in AA boys, AA girls, and A girls and B girls, as Zach Spear will be in Huron this weekend for the covering the Centerville Tornadoes as they look to defend their Class B girls state championship. Elsewhere, the A girls will be in action, and AA girls and AA boys will be obviously next weekend. So we'll be covering all of that. All right, well, let's take a look at the brackets for boys AA, as that was determined last week. Oops. As Sioux Falls Lincoln, the top seed, will take on number 8 Spearfish. And this is all out at the Monument in Rapid City. Number 4 Mitchell taking on Huron. That'll be a great matchup. Brandon Valley taking on number 10 Sioux Falls Jefferson. I expect Brandon Valley to really come away with a nice victory there. And then what I think will be the matchup of the night at 8:45 p.m. on Thursday, March 20th, will be Harrisburg, the 3rd seed, versus the 6th seed, O'Gorman. So that is your AA boys. Now let's take a look at AA girls. AA girls at state. Well, you have number 1 O'Gorman versus number 8th seed Sioux Falls Jefferson. O'Gorman should roll there. 4th seeded Rapid City Stevens versus 5th seeded Spearfish. Then number 2 Brandon Valley. They should be able to handle Pierre easily in that 2-7 matchup. And then the team that I think is the dark horse to have a chance to upset O'Gorman, it's Sioux Falls Washington. Sioux Falls Washington, the 3rd seed, taking on 6th seeded Mitchell. Sioux Falls Washington, as we know, if you've listened to any of my broadcasts, the alma mater of the legendary Katie Crossway, now Katie Crossway Luaday. And so I expect Sioux Falls Washington and Coach Jamie Parrish to have a really nice run at the tournament. And we'll see if that comes to fruition. I could be way off. It's happened before. And so that is the look at Class AA. Now let's take a look at Class A girls at state, where again my Vermilion Tanagers as the 5th team with the 5th most seed points unfortunately fell to Dakota Valley, who had the 3rd most seed points. And they again, back to my super region rather than just regions. When you look at Region 4, Elk Point Jefferson, Lennox, and Vermilion all in the top 16 in seed points and unable to get a chance to go to the SODAK at the SODAK 16. And I know you're going to say, well, you have to play the game. You do, but when you take Vermilion's win against Dakota Valley a few weeks ago, they won by 8 at home. Now, Dakota Valley So in head-to-head in the regular season, Vermilion won. Now, Dakota Valley beat Vermilion by just a fraction of a seed point, and they got to host them, and they beat them by 8 at home. So now you have two teams that played twice, each won by 8 at their respective home gymnasiums, and both are in the top 5 in seed points, but one has to go home, doesn't get a chance to compete in the SODAK 16. That's why I'm calling for a super region. So Sioux Falls Christian taking on number 8, Mount Vernon Plankton. Mount Vernon Plankton, a good team. Reagan Russ, part of that. I expect Sioux Falls Christian to roll. Number 4, Hamlin taking on number 5, Mobridge Pollock. That should be a great one. Number 2, Dakota Valley versus number 7, Sioux Valley. Sioux Valley might be the 7th seed, but I think they're very underrated. Dakota Valley really good, but I think they can be streaky, so that could be a really good matchup. And then number 3, Makpialuta taking on number 6, Wagner. I really expect Makpialuta's speed to just dominate that game. I expect Makpialuta to come away with a victory there in the Class A girls. And then Class B, I have 2 picks. Centerville, the top seed, they're taking on Dubrook area. And then Parkston versus Bennett County. Bennett County is my dark horse. Now, unfortunately, they face, if they beat Parkston, who's the 4th seed, they will face Centerville in that semifinal matchup. So I would love to have seen a Centerville-Bennett County final, but I could, I don't always get what I want. But I think Bennett County is the team that can give them the biggest fits, and I think they can compete with Centerville, but we'll see. And then on the other side of the bracket, it's Harding County and Del Rapids St. Mary, and then Lyman, who gave Vermilion everything they could handle, versus Sanborn Central Woonsocket. They're my 3rd pick in Class B girls. So that's a look around the state of South Dakota for state basketball coming up this weekend for girls, and then for next weekend for AA boys. And then we'll know the A and B boys after tonight. So this has been just a look around the state. When we come back, we'll have our interviews with the coaches, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up this week on Fuller Digital Solutions, Classic Hits, and ESPN Radio. With Tristan Nelson, I'm Michael Schumacher, and again, we want to thank our sponsors, Hoots Bar out of Freeman, Merchant State Bank out of Freeman, CHS Propane Services, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing in Freeman, the Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental with locations in Freeman and Parkston, Vision Care Associates out of Freeman, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires in Freeman, Janelle Pearson of Tri-State, Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Yankton Thrive. Again, without them, these broadcasts don't happen. All right, we'll be back from the Corn Palace as the Howard Tigers and the Freeman Flyers are getting ready to do battle. We'll be back after this.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available. Mr. G's Tires in Freeman is your go-to Napa Auto Care Center. As a Napa Auto Center, you know you will receive high-quality diagnostic repair services at a fair price while still using Napa parts. The team at Mr. G's Tires in Freeman are ASC-certified technicians. Mr. G's Tires offers auto repair, a variety of tires, and on-farm services with delivery and same-day service. Mr. G's Tires gets an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
In Freeman, South Dakota, you'll find Hoots. At Hoots, you'll find a cozy neighborhood bar with the best beer, cocktails, service, and commitment to standards in the area. At Hoots, they serve up good times by the glass with their selection of taps and other spirits in a fun atmosphere. Enjoy a drink while you watch the game on the big screen, play a game of darts, relax in their beer garden, or dance to live entertainment. Bring your friends and let Hoots serve you a cold one today. No time to belly up to the bar? Their drive-up window offers fast, convenient, off-sale purchases. Hoots Bar in Freeman, South Dakota.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Centers, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Centers strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast. The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams.
Our coaches conversation as we begin our SODAK 16 pregame show, and on the line Coach Nick Kepsel of the Howard Tigers, who are getting ready to do battle with the Freeman Flyers in a great matchup coming up. Coach, it's postseason basketball. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. We're excited to play SODAK 16 game here, and this is our third year in a row getting to this game. We've lost one, we've won one, so hopefully we can break the tie tonight and get over the top again.
Well, and I'm sure, and you know, that was one thing I was going to discuss is you guys are really, at least in your starting five, 4 of them are seniors, so they have been here and kind of done that and been here and seen that. And you're facing a Freeman team that's led by a lot of underclassmen. Is that something that you think is going to be an advantage for you as you enter this game in the Corn Palace?
Not necessarily. We've got a couple of seniors that are starting this year that were kind of our 6th, 7th, 8th guys on the bench last year that didn't get a real big chance because we were senior dominated last year too. So I told our guys we can't use that to get a false sense of security because we have some older guys on the roster. They've got some freshmen that have been playing varsity ball now for 2 full years. And in some cases, their freshmen have played more varsity minutes than some of our seniors. So I'd like to think that our experience with a couple of our older guys that were major contributors last year will help. But like I said, I know they've got some freshmen on their roster, some younger guys, but I don't consider them freshmen at this point with the amount of minutes they've played.
Well, and that is very well said. But when we look at your team, I think a lot of people could easily get the impression that it's kind of 2 guys and then a team, but it's more than that. You have Luke and Carson, who both average in the mid double figures, about 14, 15 points a game. But the other 3 starters, they're contributing 5, 6, 7-ish points. So it's kind of that third player, that trio by committee. And how valuable is that to have that third player or a group of 3 that can always step up so they can't just focus on your big 2?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, that's kind of the key to our offensive success is when we can get that third, fourth option going, knocking down some shots. And those guys that you're talking about, they're on the perimeter a lot. They're shooting a lot of threes, and when they can knock a couple down early, it opens things up for our bigger guys down low in the post, and kind of takes away them collapsing on us, putting 2 or 3 guys on Luke and Carson down there around the basket. So. When those guys are hitting shots, we get that third option around the double figures. It takes us to another level, and that's what we need if we're going to win games like this.
Well, and for a game like this, you're facing a Freeman team that, just like you, battle-tested. You guys have both had really tough schedules. And how has that positioned you for this game?
Yeah, we say it every year. We play one of the toughest schedules in the state, and we take pride in that. We play in 4 classics where we know we're going to play some of the top teams in the state when we go to those. They're neutral courts. They're top 10 teams in the state. And, even if you don't win those games, it gets you battle tested, gets you hopefully prepared for postseason play. And that's the same thing with Freeman. They're in our conference. We play in the Corn Belt Conference with them and some other good teams too. So, I mean, we hope that'll help us, but you play a team like Freeman who's got the same type of opponents on their schedule. I don't know if that's going to be an advantage for us either. So, but yeah, you play those tough games over the course of the season, and seed points are so valuable now. It's some coaches have kind of gone away from that because you take the risk of losing some games. But we've kind of taken the opposite approach and said let's schedule every tough game we can get and get our kids battle tested and ready for the grind of a postseason run.
Well, and one thing people might not realize is this is not the first time that you guys have met. But like you said, with so many underclassmen, Freeman's a far different team than the team you beat by about 20 points at the beginning of the year. What do they bring to the table that may pose some challenges for you, but maybe also present some opportunities for your team?
Yeah, they do. They're just extremely athletic. I mean, they're all long and they can run and they're going to trap us. They're going to try to speed the game up and make us uncomfortable. But you're right. I don't take much stock into the game we played 2 months ago. I mean, both of us are completely different teams than we were beginning of January when we played. I always say when you play a team a second time, I think it gives the advantage to the team that lost the first time because they're going to go out and make adjustments to things that didn't work well for them, and the team that won might get a false sense of security with, well, we won the first game. We don't need to make a bunch of adjustments. So we're going to have to handle their pressure. They're going to trap us. They're going to full court press us. If we can take care of the ball and control the tempo of the game, I think we'll be okay.
All right. Well, Coach, hey, I told you I'd get out of your hair. Thank you so much for sharing your roster and stats and some information about your team with me. Looking forward to seeing your squad live in action in the Corn Palace. But, again, thank you so much for carving out some time for me. Really appreciate it. And best of luck. And then best of luck if you guys continue on. Best of luck at State, sir.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the coverage.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Coach Nick Kepsel of the Howard Tigers as they get ready to do battle with the Freeman Flyers. After this break from our sponsors, we will have Coach Friesen of the Freeman Flyers, that's a lot of F's, with us here on our postgame show. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Area Basketball brought to you by our proud sponsors on Classic Hits 1063 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered a land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another and then another, until one day it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to our Coaches Conversation. I'm Michael Schumacher as we get ready for some SODAK 16 basketball between the Freeman Flyers and the Howard Tigers. And we have Coach Friesen on the line. Coach, how are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing really well. Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing better than I deserve. The weather's beautiful. It's postseason basketball time, which is always a fun time. And I get to cover you guys. Freeman, you guys have just kind of been, I think, flying under the radar just a little bit in Class B, but you guys have some nice wins. You've had a nice season. How does it feel to be on the cusp of maybe punching a ticket to the state tournament?
Well, we've kind of been chipping away at improving our record the last year or two, and we weren't sure exactly where we'd be at this year, but we got a lot of potential, a lot of young players, and that potential is turning into production and wins this year. And we got a few we'd like back, but overall we've had a great year, and the team's really coming together and hopefully making a run right now.
Well, and, you talk about some potential, some young players, some seniors. Really seems to be a nice blend, but not too many teams, regardless of class, are led in scoring by a freshman. And your second leading scorer is a junior. So your seniors are really kind of, it takes a special kind of player to be a senior, being willing to take that step back and let underclassmen maybe take the lead and be more of a support player and a leader that way.
Yeah, we've got balanced scoring attack, but we're definitely led inside, outside threats. David Walter and Tate Sorensen, as you referenced. David's a freshman, Tate's a junior, and David's been playing since a seventh grader. Tate's been playing since he's an eighth grader. So as far as role definitions and things like that, it's happened fairly easily. There's always some conversations to be had, but for the most part, just kind of naturally grew into that as they're very productive, and they both shoot high percentages, so it's really hard to argue with them getting a few shots.
Well, and you talk about kind of improving your record and maybe even just the team coalescing as the season went on. Early on you had a couple of losses, but really, honestly, since that calendar turned, since that first match against Howard on January 3rd, you guys, just a couple of losses, one to a Class A Del Rapids team that's really good, that has some good size at the Midwest Miracles, and that was, you kept to a dozen points, which, again, against a Del Rapids team that's really good, a really good Centerville team, and then a really good St. Mary's team at the Corn Palace. So you get to return to the Corn Palace for that. Otherwise, you have been taking on all comers. Has there been any one thing that you can point to that has led to this sustained success and this building upon itself as the season has gone on? Because it really feels like you guys are playing your best basketball right now.
Well, yeah, we've got a lot of nice wins, and we've got 4 losses all against really talented teams. And like every coach, you can go back and look at a quarter or a few minutes here, or sometimes multiple quarters. And boy, we'd like to have that opportunity back. But and part of this run we've been on and having such a good year, we still didn't feel like we shot very well throughout the year in its entirety. And Saturday that changed. We shot really well, and when we do that, we're a really hard team to beat. So the great neutralizer shooting, but throughout the year, our defense and our rebounding has carried us, and then getting some points inside, some production. Yeah, that's really been the recipe, I guess. Take care of the ball, defend, rebound, and take high percentage shots.
Well, and playing team offense and team defense, you guys seem to be really efficient and averaging 65 points a game. That's a really nice clip. And so it's far more than just Walter and Sorensen. You have almost 10 points a game from Peters, and 4 from Miller, and 6 from Kerrigan, and 7 from Austin. It's almost pick your poison. You try to focus on the big two, and you have these next 3 or 4 ready to step up and may come through with a double-digit game for you guys.
Yeah, as long as we're playing balance and we can play a little faster than the defense likes, that's kind of our goal, is to gain an advantage, keep an advantage in attack. And so if those two can help get us an advantage, we've got a number of guys that can shoot threes. I'd say, 8 of our top 9 are pretty consistent shooters. And overall, we're just trying to build a great shooting team. Obviously, defending and rebounding comes before that, but we're not a huge team, and I'm not sure we ever will be here in Freeman. But so we got to be able to shoot it, and we got to be able to guard and rebound.
Well, and you guys are taking on a Howard team that has seen some success this season as well. You guys lost early in the season, but you seem to be completely different. You guys have really developed since then. What did they bring to the table, though, that presents some challenges, but maybe also present some opportunities for your squad?
We've had a really good year, like you brought up, but we're also pretty young. And at that point in the year, I thought a little immature mentally. And maybe the game got built up more than it should have. It's like the first time we've been ranked in a long time. And playing them, I don't think we came out and played well. I think everybody says that when they lose, but I think we're excited to show who we are again tomorrow and play a little better than we did the first time. But Howard's just really good, really well coached, great players. They're going to slow you down and then defend really well against you. And they go inside on offense, have a bunch of shooters. So you kind of got to pick your poison with them and try to be unpredictable. And you definitely got to rebound against Howard. And they've been there. They got some experience defending state champs. So we have our hands full, but we're excited for the opportunity.
All right. Well, Coach, I said I'd get out of your hair in a hurry, and I'm living up to that promise. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Really appreciate it, and really looking forward to seeing you guys in action.
Thanks so much. We appreciate the coverage.
Hey, my pleasure. We'll see you then, and have a great one.
All right, thanks.
That was Coach Lance Friesen of the Freeman Flyers here on our pregame show. Excited for this one. Defending champion Howard, who beat this Freeman team by about 12 earlier in the season. Just double checking here. Oh, no, sorry, by 21 earlier in the season. But Freeman, different team now. Like you said, when your leading scorer is a freshman, there's that development, physical, mental maturity. So this one should be a good one. Exciting, 7th seed versus a 10th seed. Hope you'll stick around for it here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher. We'll be right back.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high. CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
Welcome back to the historic Corn Palace, the world's only Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson as we get ready to bring you SODAK 16 action for Class B between the Freeman Flyers and the Howard Tigers. You have heard from both of the coaches as we get ready to kind of preview this game. Just an update from the game between Viborg-Hurley. Score updates. Viborg-Hurley, the other game over on Fuller Digital Solutions, it's Viborg-Hurley and Crazy Horse. That game is in the third with 2:08 to go. Viborg-Hurley leads Crazy Horse 60-33. And it does not look like they've reached that 30-point threshold yet, so that is not in running clock. So you can go check that out. We have a few minutes before we're going to be doing starting lineups here between the Freeman Flyers and the Howard Tigers. But let's take a look at these two teams. For the Howard Tigers, their starting lineup includes guards number 3, Colt Becker. Becker is a 5'10 sophomore guard. The other guard is number 20, Lucas Feldhaus, a 6-foot senior. The three forwards, the front court, 6'3 senior number 2, Carson Hinker. Number 24, 6'4 senior Luke Kepsel. And 6'2 senior number 40, Austin Severson. For stats, Luke Kepsel leads the team in scoring with 15 points per game, 8 rebounds, shoots about 49% from the field. Also averages 3.4 assists and 1.6 steals per game. Carson Hinker is the other part of that 1-2 punch, 14.4 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, shoots about 50% from the field, averages almost 3 assists per game and 1.3 steals per game. Then Austin Severson, Lucas Feldhaus, and Colt Becker average 6.8, 5.5, and 6.1 points per game, respectively. Severson also averages 3.5 rebounds. Feldhaus averages 1.5 rebounds and 1.9 assists. And Becker averages 3.4 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 1.4 steals per game. For the Freeman Flyers, well, their starting lineup includes the following. Number 10, Sawyer Whiff, the 6-foot senior. He averages 2.2 points per game, 1.4 rebounds, and 2.1 rebounds and 0.8 assists. You have number 11, Taden Kerrigan, 5'11 freshman guard. Kerrigan on the season averaging 6 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1.6 steals per game. Number 22, 5'11 junior guard Luke Peters. Peters on the season, 9.8 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.9 assists per game, and 1 steal per game. You also have number 35, David Walter, a 6'4 freshman guard. Walter is the leading scorer on this team, averaging 18.8 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 1.4 steals, and half a block per game. And then number 42, Tate Sorensen, a 6'2 junior guard / forward. Sorensen averaging 14 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1.5 steals, as well as 0.8 blocks per game. So both teams have 2 leading scorers, but also have a great contingent of players also contributing. In addition, for both teams, Caden Schwader, Brody Spader, and Chas Schumacher will be your 3-man rotation. For Freeman, well, you are also going to see a lot of action from Christopher Austin, a 6-foot senior guard averaging 7 points, 1.9 rebounds per game. You also have Miller and as well. And so we're going to pause for the national anthem. We always pause for the national anthem as we represent our veterans, including my daughter who serves in the National Guard. So we will pause for that national anthem.
Veterans of active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Thank you for joining us for that national anthem as we get ready to bring you Freeman Flyers and Howard Tigers as they are going to announce the starting lineups. Again, both of these teams come in being familiar with each other, having faced each other earlier in the season. So for Freeman, they started off with 3 wins in a row over Viborg Hurley, over Canastota, and over White River. They then fell to Howard 45-66, a 21-point loss. They then lost to Del Rapids, a good 8 team, 63-51. And then they beat Irene Wakanda, Bridgewater Emery, Trip Delmont Armour, Parker, Bonholm, then fell to Centerville, defeated Scotland Menno, Avon, Alcester Hudson, Hanson, Corsica Stickney, then fell to Del Rapids St. Mary's, then defeated Ethan, Gayville Vollen, Kimball Whitelake, Gayville Vollen, Parkston, and Howard. They play Howard, obviously, tonight. For Howard, they started off with a loss to St. Mary's, then defeated Chester, McCook Central Montrose, Wessington Springs, fell to Clark Willow Lake, defeated this Freeman team, defeated Wynot out of Nebraska, defeated Sanborn Central Woonsocket, fell to DeSmet, defeated Hanson, Bridgewater Emery, Florence Henry, Ethan, Oldham Ramona Rutland, Irene Wakanda, then fell to Coleman Egan, defeated Parkston, fell to Viborg Hurley, defeated Arlington, Canastota, and Chester, as well as Bridgewater Emery, to bring you to tonight against the Freeman Flyers. Again, a big thank you to our sponsors, including Hoots Bar, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane Services, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing in Freeman, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates, Freeman Lumber, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty, and Yankton Thrive. All right, we are getting ready to bring you some action. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson. And so we get ready to jump here. Jumping for Freeman, number 35, David Walter. Jumping for Howard, number 24, Luke Kepsel. So Freeman begins with possession. That missed shot leads to a rebound by Howard, moving right to left in white with orange uniforms and black trim. Shot floater up, no good. Rebound there by Freeman. As Luke Peters gets it back, and they do set up their offense. They drive in, and Walter just leaves it short. Rebound into the hands of Howard. So both teams getting out those first possession jitters as we are just 38 seconds in. As they kick it out to number 24, Luke Kepsel. Bring it back around up top and get it to Colt Becker, the 5'10 sophomore guard. They get it down low on the block. And they lose a little bit of control, but back out to Becker. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Becker drives in on the right side, up with the left hand, no good. Rebound into the hands of Sawyer. Whiff. Here's Walter. Back over to Whiff at the top of the key. He thought about the three. Drives in. Gets it back out. Long three-point attempt. Nothing but net for Tate Sorensen. Sorensen gets the first points of the game for either team, making it 3-0 in favor of Freeman. Just 90 seconds gone here in the game. On the left-hand side, Freeman in those maroon uniforms with the clean white numbers and letters. So two distinct uniforms as they get it down low to Carson Hinker. I want to say Caden Hinker. No. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. They drive in, and nobody able to get a shot off. Walter with the ball, gets it, drives from the left-hand side. Little floater up and good for David Walter. David Walter makes it 5-0 in favor of Freeman. 2 minutes gone here in quarter number 1. Here's Colt Becker with the ball. Gets it into the hands of Austin Severson, one of the captains of this Howard team. Now here's Carson Hinker. Back to Becker. They get it down low to Kepsel. Just off the block. Nice outlet pass to the top of the key for three. No good. Rebound there by Sawyer Whiff. Oh, nice spin move there by Taden Kerrigan. And he just ended up with an open lane. It's now 7-0 in favor of Freeman. Not the start I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting it to be close, and obviously a lot of time to go, but Freeman looking very comfortable out there. That pass down low, out of bounds, off of Freeman. 5:07 remaining here in quarter number one, but Freeman looking very comfortable. And their defense really pestering Howard. We'll see if Howard's able to break that as they get it up top here, onto the side, with Lucas Feldhaus. Back over to Carson Hinker. Skip pass to Feldhaus. As Colt Becker drives from the top of the key, kicks it back out to Feldhaus with 8 seconds to go. And here's a long three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Taden Kerrigan. As Freeman's defense is forcing Howard to take it down to the final 5 seconds 3 or 4 times already. Here's Whiff. Down low. And they get it inside the paint. And here is Tate Sorensen. Turnaround floater, no good. Rebound to Austin Severson. Here's Kepsel with the ball. Drives in on the baseline. Spin move. Kicks it back out to Hinker. Hinker up. And he's going to be fouled on the shot. Hinker makes it, and he's going for the and one. And they're going to call that on Sawyer Whiff. So that'll be Whiff's first personal. So Sawyer Whiff's first personal, first team. And Hinker will go to the line to shoot the and one with the score 7-2. 4:16 to go here in quarter number one. And he is able to get it to fall. So 7-3 now. Freeman leads. Howard's finally on the board here, almost halfway through this first quarter. Here's David Walter. It's over to Whiff. Down low to Peters. Oh, and that is going to be a foul. Tate Sorensen was fouled. I don't think they're going to call it on the shot, though. They'll call it on the floor. Oh, it is going to be. Nope. Carson Hinker with the foul. His first personal, first team. As Freeman gets the ball in. Exactly 4 minutes to go now. And here's Walter driving in. Pulling back out. Sorensen into the paint. Goes up with the left hand. Up. No good. Gets his own rebound, though. Up with the right hand and in. Nice job by Sorensen. And that makes it 9-3 in favor of Freeman with 3:40 to go in quarter number one. So Hinker gets it over down low to Kepsel. Kepsel back out to Feldhaus. Feldhaus for three, though. Drains it. And just like that, it's 9-6 in favor of Freeman. But Howard, after a really slow start in the first 4 minutes, has scored 6 points in the last 60 seconds. Walter drives in, up with the left hand, and good. Nice job by Walter to create that. So David Walter now with 4 points, averages 18.8 on the season. And that's going to be a blocking foul as Christopher Austin looks to check in, the 6-foot senior. And that's going to be on Luke Peters, I believe. Peters is first, team's second, as Chris Austin checks in, and Luke Miller check in. Sawyer Whiff and Taden Kerrigan check out. So here's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. With 3:02 to go, Freeman leads 11-6.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Welcome back to Freeman basketball versus Howard. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. Freeman leads 11-6. As inbounding for Howard will be Austin Severson. Gets it into Lucas Feldhaus. Back up top to Colt Becker. Here's the ball at the top of the key to Kepsel. Tries to get it out to Becker. Kepsel will drive in from the top of the key. Up with the left hand and good. Kepsel creating on his own there, making it 11-8. So quickly, Howard is right back in it as they get it down low. And there's a block on the shot by Luke Miller. And Howard looking to cut it to one or tie it as they go into the paint. Knocked away into the hands of Becker, though. Down low to Kepsel, up and in. So Kepsel with a quick 4 points. 2:19 to go. It's now 11-10 in favor of Freeman. But Howard has gotten right back into it. That shows their quick strike capabilities. As here's Christopher Austin. Gets it over to Tate Sorensen. Down low to Walter, just off the block. Kicks it out. Sorensen for three. Cannot get it to fall. Rebound into the hands of Colt Becker. So this is the kind of start I thought. It was going to be quick and it's going to be close. Oh, nice job getting his own rebound, but Carson Hinker cannot get the second rebound. That goes into the hands of Tate Sorensen. And Luke Peters has the shot blocked. Gets it over to Luke Miller, though. Miller up and in. 13-10 with 90 seconds to go here in quarter number one. So Becker gets it over to Feldhaus. Feldhaus one dribble and picks it up. Becker from the corner drives into the paint. Baseline, and he's going to have it knocked out of bounds by Freeman. So checking in for Freeman, Taden Kerrigan and Sawyer Whiff. Checking in for Howard is Brody Spader. So checking out for Freeman, it's number 35, David Walter. And number 22, Luke Peters. Colt Becker checked out for Howard. So here's Luke Kepsel. Oh, and that pass is out of the hands of Carson Hinker, but 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's the drive. Lay-in up and good for Lucas Feldhaus. Feldhaus now has 5 points, making it 12-13 with 49 seconds to go. Freeman with the lead. They've had the lead since the beginning. Austin with a nice pull-up jumper from the elbow. Makes it 15-12. We have ourselves a high-scoring affair so far. And here's Carson Hinker. Gets the ball off. Down low. As they kick it back out. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound there by Taden Kerrigan. So Kerrigan brings the ball up. Shot clock is off. Final 20 seconds tick off in the first quarter. We'll see if Freeman plays for the final shot. No! As Austin misses, but shot is put up there by Sawyer Whiff. No good. That ball will be out of bounds off of Howard. But the Howard fans do not agree, and the officials are going to get together and discuss it. So it's going to be ruled Howard ball with 6 seconds to go as Sorensen checks out. David Walter checks in. So Howard will inbound just in front of their own bench. 6 seconds to go, 15-12. Freeman with the lead as they do get it into Carson Hinker. Hinker with 3-2 gets across midcourt. Hinker with the floater, up and no good. And that is the way the first quarter will end. 15-12 in favor of Freeman. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors, including Hoots Bar in Freeman, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane, and C&B Operations.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available. Mr. G's Tires in Freeman is your go-to Napa Auto Care Center. As a Napa Auto Center, you know you will receive high-quality diagnostic repair services at a fair price while still using Napa parts. The team at Mr. G's Tires in Freeman are ASC certified technicians. Mr. G's Tires offers auto repair, a variety of tires, and on-farm services with delivery and same-day service. Mr. G's Tires gets an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to SODAK 16 Class B basketball from the Corn Palace. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson. As we enter the second quarter, Freeman leads 15-12 over Howard. Castlewood, Del Rapids St. Mary, and Viborg Hurley have all punched their ticket to state. Hoping to join them here. Freeman and Howard, that is missed. And Freeman with the rebound. They've led the entire way, but they got off to a big lead. Howard was able to chip into it. Oh, that shot no good by Taden Kerrigan. Hit every part of the rim and then rolled out. So Howard with the ball. Brody Spader gets it off to Feldhaus, who gets it over to Austin Severson for three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Sawyer Whiff, who gives it over to David Walter. Walter is the 6'4 freshman guard, the leading scorer on this team. Now checking in, Colt Becker. Checking in for Lucas Feldhaus. Checking in for Freeman, Tate Sorensen. Sorensen checks in for Luke Miller. So with 28 seconds on the shot clock, Freeman to inbound. They get it down low to Whiff, just off the block. Skip pass over to Sorensen. Sorensen down to Walter on the block. Nice spin move by Walter, up and good. Walter now has 6 points on the night. 6:50 to go here in quarter number two. Freeman with a 17-12 lead. They try to get it down low to Kepsel, and they do. Skip pass over to Austin Severson, who drives in, up and good. And they're going to call a block. They're going to call a block on Sawyer Whiff. That'll be Whiff's second personal, first team foul of the quarter.
Foul number 10, Sawyer Whiff, his second foul.
So Austin Severson at the line to shoot two, with Howard trailing 17-12. And that first one rims in and out. So here's Severson's second free throw up, and that one is pure. So 17-13 now, 4-point lead for Freeman as they get the ball into the hands of Taden Kerrigan. Really good ball game, we said it would be. Again, Castlewood, Del Rapids St. Mary, and Viborg Hurley have all punched their tickets. And up and no good there for Luke Peters into the hands of Howard. Howard looking to trim it to 2 or 1. As Kepsel has it stolen away by Luke Peters. Peters down the left-hand side. Now comes into the center of the paint. Up and good. It's a nice job by Peters getting his first bucket. And it's back to a 6-point lead for Freeman. And there's another steal by David Walter. So Freeman's defense is really posing some problems for Howard. Again, remember, Howard defeated Freeman by 21 on December 20th. Here's Sawyer Whiff. Gets it back down low to Sorensen. Back to a cutting whiff. Oh, and he is not able to connect. Rebound there by Carson Hinker. And here is Hinker driving in, and he is going to be fouled on the shot, I believe, by Sorensen. So Tate Sorensen with his first personal, second team foul, and shooting two is Carson Hinker. First free throw is up and good. So Feldhaus checks in for Colt Becker. 19-14 now, and that makes it 19-15. So 5 points now for Carson Hinker. 19-15, 5:22 to go. Here's Tate Sorensen at the elbow, drives in. up at the left hand and in. Nice job by Tate Sorensen to create on that one. Again, Sorensen, the second leading scorer on this team, averaging 14 points per game. Nice move there by Carson Hinker, though. Hinker gets those 2 points back, making it 21-17. 4:51 to go. Whiff. Oh, wow. Whiff into Kerrigan, but Kerrigan could not connect, and he wanted a foul. And Coach Friesen wants a foul, too. But that ball is out of bounds off of Howard. As inbounding for Freeman will be David Walter. Out there it's Walter, Whiff, Luke Peters, Tate Sorensen, and Taden Kerrigan. Again, Kerrigan and Walter, both freshmen. Whiff is a senior. Luke Peters is a junior. And Tate Sorensen is a junior. So here's Sorensen for three. Ooh, offline. But rebound there. Oh, long pass. Too high for Austin Severson from Brody Spader. Just got a little too excited, so that ball will go back to Freeman. Just a game of inches there. Couple of inches taller, and Austin Severson's able to grab that, but he's 6'2", can't ask for too much more than that. 4:30 to go here in quarter number 2. Again, Freeman leading 21-17. Luke Peters, pull-up jumper just short. And that ball rebounded there by Carson Hinker. Hinker. His cut, and he's going to be fouled on the shot. We'll see who they call it on. Looks like there could have been a couple of different people. And that's going to be on number 11, Taden Kerrigan. That will be his first personal, third team foul of the quarter. So Carson Hinker will go to the line to shoot 2. Hinker already with 7 points on the night. Leaves that one short, though. He's now 3 for 4 from the line. So Colt Becker checks in. Brody Spader checks out.
And for number 20, Luke Miller.
And that is up and good. So timeout taken by Freeman. We'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by our sponsors, including Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, and Vision Care and Associates. We'll be back in 1 minute.
In Freeman, South Dakota, you'll find Hoots. At Hoots, you'll find a cozy neighborhood bar with the best beer, cocktails, service, and commitment to standards in the area. At Hoots, they serve up good times by the glass with their selection of taps and other spirits in a fun atmosphere. Enjoy a drink while you watch the game on the big screen, play a game of darts, relax in their beer garden, or dance to live entertainment. Bring your friends and let Hoots serve you a cold one today. No time to belly up to the bar? Their drive-up window offers fast, convenient, off-sale purchases. Hoots Bar in Freeman, South Dakota.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Center, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Center strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to the world's only Corn Palace, as we're bringing you Freeman Flyers and Howard Tigers basketball alongside Tristan Nelson. I'm Michael Schumacher. Winner of this game goes to State here on Classic Hits 106.3 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. Freeman leads 21-18 halfway through this second quarter as the ball is in the hands of Luke Miller. And that is Taden Kerrigan for 3. Taden Kerrigan extends that Freeman lead back to 24-18. So that is 6 for you right there. As Kepsel drives in up with the right hand and cannot get it to fall. And Taden Kerrigan gets that rebound. Kerrigan and goes all the way. Floater up and good. Kerrigan looking good. 7 points on the night for Kerrigan. Kerrigan averages 6, so he's over his season average already. as it's now an 8-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for Freeman. As they get it down low to Kepsel on the block. Nice job by Kepsel, just bullying his way through. He now has 6 points, cuts that lead back down to 6 with 3:15 to go. Nice job there by Austin Severson to knock that ball out of bounds. As again, Castlewood, Del Rapids, St. Mary, and Viborg Hurley have already punched their tickets to Class B. So Zach Spear will be covering Class B in Aberdeen, covering Viborg Hurley. As here is Luke Miller. Over to Luke Peters, just good ball movement. Luke Peters with 13 seconds over to Miller. Tate Sorensen with the fake. Oh, and just loses control, driving in into the hands of Howard. So if Freeman wins, we'll be covering them as well. Zach Spear will cover Freeman if they are in the Class B state tournament as well. Boy, another nice one by Kepsel, driving on the baseline. Makes it 26-22. Down low to Sorensen, just off the block. Kicks it out to Peters, no good. Or Miller, sorry, Luke Miller, not Luke Peters. And here is Kepsel looking to cut it to 2, maybe even down to 1. As they get it down to Carson Hinker in the lower corner. Hinker drives in. Oh, and that is going to be an offensive foul. And that is an offensive foul, wow. And that's going to be on Hinker. That's Hinker's second, the team's first. Hinker is the only Howard Tiger with fouls. All right, so out there for Freeman now, it's Sawyer Whiff, Christopher Austin, Tate Sorensen, David Walter, and Luke Peters. Freeman, 26-22, 2:07 to go here in quarter number 2. Out there for Howard, you have Brody Spader, Lucas Feldhaus, Luke Kepsel, Colt Becker, and there's a long three-point attempt, no good. Saved by Walter, no, into the hands of Freeman, but he stepped out of bounds. And the other player still out there for Austin Severson, out there for Howard. So Howard now down by 4. They were down by as many as 8 just a few minutes ago. As here is Colt Becker. Becker gets it over to Lucas Feldhaus. Oh, nice job there by Sawyer Whiff to step in front of that to knock it out of bounds. As we want to thank everyone who's joining us today. We are up to 513 viewers. That's a good, 588 viewers. And there's a three-pointer for Luke Kepsel. Kepsel now has 11 points on the night. And that makes it a 1-point game. Here's Tate Sorensen on the block, kicks it out to Sawyer Whiff. Whiff for 3. Oh, the offline rebound there. This is a chance for Howard to take their first lead of the game as they get it over to Kepsel. Into the hands of Austin Severson. Floater up and good. Austin Severson gives Howard their first lead at 27-26 with 56 seconds to go in quarter number 2. David Walter drives in. Nice Euro step up and in for Walter. He now has 8 points on the evening. So 44 seconds, about 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Colt Becker. Kepsel, nice pass from Kepsel. Oh, but no good by Austin Severson. Shot clock is off. David Walter with the rebound. Will Freeman play for the final shot? Sorensen down low. Gets it to a cutting Whiff who lays it in. Sawyer Whiff with his first points. Every player who has hit the floor now has scored for Freeman except for Oliver Waltner. So 7 seconds on the game clock here in quarter number 2. 5 for Kepsel. Out to Spader, no good. And that will be the way the quarter ends. Freeman came in with a 3-point lead. They leave with a 3-point lead. And we'll be back with our halftime show. Freeman leads 30-27. This is Freeman Howard basketball, brought to you by our sponsors. Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson, and Yankton Thrive. We'll be back right after this with our halftime show. on Classic Hits 106.3 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered a land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another and then another, until one day it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to Class B SODAK 16 basketball from the world's only Corn Palace. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson, where at the half, the Freeman Flyers lead the Howard Tigers 30-27. Freeman got out to a 7-0 lead. Howard was able to come back. Freeman extended that to 8 points about halfway through quarter number 2, and Howard was able to cut that down and actually take the lead with a couple minutes to go in quarter number 2. And then Freeman was able to come back to extend it back. So eventually they led 15-12 heading into quarter number 2, and they lead by 3, 30-27 heading out of quarter number 2. For Freeman, they're being led in scoring by David Walter. David Walter with 8. Then you have Taden Kerrigan. Taden Kerrigan and Tate Sorensen both with 7. And then 2 points each for Sawyer Whiff, Luke Peters, Luke Miller, and Christopher Ossen. For Howard, it's much more condensed. You're looking at 11 points from Luke Kepsel, who has been putting this team on his back, but also 8 points from Carson Hinker. He's been to the line 5 times. He's made 4. He's also hit 2 shots from the field. And then 5 points for Lucas Feldhaus and 3 points for Austin Severson. So if you're looking at this Howard team, they're led by Luke Kepsel with 15. Carson Hinker averages 14.4. So their 2 leading scorers on the season. for Freeman, well, David Walter is your leading scorer. Tate Sorensen is your second leading scorer on the season, so keeping in line with that. But Taden Kerrigan has already exceeded his season average, per game average, by 1. So that's kind of a look. It's really been up and down. Now, Freeman's been kind of off from their three-point shots, and so we'll see if they heat up on that. But otherwise, they have been playing some great defense, but Howard just staying with it. So we'll see which one gives. When we come back, we'll take a look around the state, see what the other scores are from the other games, as it's SODAK 16 night in both Class A and Class B boys. With Tristan Nelson, I'm Michael Schumacher from the historic Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. We're at the half. Freeman leads Howard 30-27. This is brought to you by our sponsors, Hoots Bar in Freeman, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane, and C&B Operations.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high. CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Welcome back to Class B SODAK 16 basketball, brought to you by our sponsors, including Rural Manufacturing in Freeman, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson of Tri-State Next Home Realty, and Yankton Thrive. All right, let's take a look around Class A and B SODAK 16. In Class A, Lennox has punched their ticket to state, defeating Mobridge Pollock 58-51. Clark Willow Lake defeats St. Francis Indian 63-49. Rapid City Christian defeats Del Rapids 69-54. At the half, Sioux Falls Christian leads McCook Central Montrose 54-15. That will be running clock in the second half. Hamlin leads Millbank with 6 minutes to go in the second, 21-13. And with 6 minutes to go in the second, Winner leads Groton area 9-8. With 3 minutes to go in the second, West Central leads Hanson 40-16. And starting at 8 o'clock tonight, Hill City and Cheyenne Eagle Butte. In Class B, Castlewood defeats Ipswich 55-19. Del Rapids St. Mary defeats Waverly South Shore 80-50. Viborg Hurley leads Crazy Horse 73-37. Wessington Springs defeats Timber Lake 75-49. Wall leads Sully Buttes 31-24 with 3 minutes to go in the second. And Aberdeen Christian leads the Fighting Penfields of Lemon 21-18 with 1 minute to go in the second. And Gregory leads Lyman 29-26 with 2 minutes to go in the second. So we're getting ready to get restarted with action here from the Corn Palace at the half. As we enter the quarter number 3, Freeman leads Howard 30-27. I'm joined here with Tristan Nelson as we are looking forward to bringing you this second half of action. The first half was fast and furious, and the starting lineup for Freeman will be David Walter, Luke Peters, Sawyer Whiff, Taden Kerrigan, and Tate Sorensen. And they're going to call a blocking foul, I believe, on Carson Hinker, and that'll be his third personal, and it's on Hinker. That's Carson Hinker's third personal, first team, but Hinker's the only Howard Tiger who has a foul. Nice floater there by Tate Sorensen, unable to connect. Rebound into the hands of Lucas Feldhaus. So Howard looking to cut it within one or tie it. The starting lineup, Carson Hinker, Colt Becker, Lucas Feldhaus, Luke Kepsel, and Austin Severson. They get it down low to Kepsel, up and in. Kepsel now has 13 points on the night. 7:20 to go, 30-29. Howard has cut into that lead. And there's a nice job by Luke Peters. Gets the man to leave his feet. And he now has 4 points on the night. 32-29. 1 minute gone here in quarter number 3. As Brody Spader looks to check in. Nice floater there by Lucas Feldhaus. Wow, went high with that arc. Makes it 32-31. Freeman now moving right to left on your screen. Howard moving left to right. Thank you for joining us, whether it's on Classic Hits or on Fuller Digital Solutions. Here's David Walter in the paint. Kepsel on him. Little floater. No good. In and out. Hits every part of the rim for Walter before it rolls out. A nice job by Freeman. Get it ahead to Walter, and Walter lays it up and in. So nice job by Walter to help create that turnover. He now has 10 points on the night. Back to a 3-point lead for Freeman. 6:17 to go. Feldhaus over to Kepsel. Kepsel over to Severson. Colt Becker drives in. Little floater up and no good. That's going to be a foul on Sawyer Whiff. And he might not have been called, but he brought that hand down in a kind of a hatchet motion, and that is Whiff's third personal. Team's first here in quarter number 3. And Colt Becker will go to the line to shoot 2. Becker has yet to score. Tonight, Becker on the season averages 6.1, and there's his first point of the evening. As Whiff checks out, Luke Miller checks in for Freeman. Second free throw is off. Rebound into the hands of Freeman, as they have that lead down to 2, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Freeman. Nice job defensively by Howard. So Brody Spader checks in. It's Spader and Feldhaus as Colt Becker checks out. Austin Severson, Luke Kepsel, and Carson Hinker. Hinker still in there with 3 fouls. I thought he might be the one to come out. Skip pass over to Severson, who drives in. Up with the right hand, no good. Gets his own rebound, though, and puts it up, and we have a tie game. 34-34. 18 and a half minutes of action, and we're still tied. So here's David Walter. Gets it over to Taden Kerrigan. Kerrigan over to Tate Sorensen at the top of the key. Met there by Severson. And that is a nice job by Luke Miller to take that in. He now has 4 points, and Coach Kepsel wants to take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by our sponsors, including Hoots Bar in Freeman, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane, and C&B Operations. This is Freeman Flyer action against Howard on Fuller Digital Solutions and Classic Hits 106.3.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available. Mr. G's Tires in Freeman is your go-to Napa Auto Care Center. As a Napa Auto Center, you know you will receive high-quality diagnostic repair services at a fair price while still using Napa parts. The team at Mr. G's Tires in Freeman are ASC certified technicians. Mr. G's Tires offers auto repair, a variety of tires, and on-farm services with delivery and same-day service. Mr. G's Tires gets an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to Freeman Flyer Howard Tiger action here in the Class B SODAK 16 from the Corn Palace with Tristan Nelson. I'm Michael Schumacher. 5:05 to go. Howard with the ball as they kick it out to Austin Severson for three. Oh, rolls in and out, but ends up with the ball. That is Brody Spader, and Spader puts it back up. His first points. And that is a timeout taken by Coach Friesen of Freeman with 4:53 to go. It's now 36-36. And we'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by our sponsors, including Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, and Vision Care Associates in Freeman.
In Freeman, South Dakota, you'll find Hoots. At Hoots, you'll find a cozy neighborhood bar with the best beer, cocktails, service, and commitment to standards in the area. At Hoots, they serve up good times by the glass with their selection of taps and other spirits in a fun atmosphere. Enjoy a drink while you watch the game on the big screen, play a game of darts, relax in their beer garden, or dance to live entertainment. Bring your friends and let Hoots serve you a cold one today. No time to belly up to the bar? Their drive-up window offers fast, convenient, off-sale purchases. Hoots Bar in Freeman, South Dakota.
Welcome back after that timeout taken by Coach Friesen and Freeman. Tied at 36, 4:53 to go from the Corn Palace. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson. Here's David Walter. Over to Taden Kerrigan. Good ball movement by Freeman. Here's Sorensen getting it down low to Walter. Walter up and in. Walter now with 12 points gives Freeman back to a 38-36 lead. Lucas Feldhaus gets it down low to Hinker, and Hinker's going to be fouled on the floor. They're going to call that on Walter. Walter with his first personal, second team foul. As Austin Severson on the baseline to inbound. Gets it up top to Brody Spader. Spader out to Feldhaus, who loses control, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Freeman. That's going to stay with Howard. 30 seconds remain on the shot clock. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound Walter as Freeman looks to extend that 2-point lead. Nice shot there, and that is Luke Peters. Luke Peters with the shot, and the foul is going to be on Austin Severson. That'll be Severson's first. And Peters goes to the line to shoot the and one. And that will be off the back iron. And that rebound into the hands of, that'll be off of Freeman. That'll stay with Howard. Severson loses a little bit of control, but gets it taken away, stolen away by Kerrigan. Kerrigan on the right-hand side floats it up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Walter, but Walter loses it to Severson. And they get it ahead to Kepsel. Kepsel on the right side drives in the baseline, spin move, turnaround jumper, up and good. Floater there by Kepsel, doing a nice job. He now has 15 points, pretty much right at his season average. Here's Walter at the elbow. Kicks it over to Kerrigan. Kerrigan over to Luke Peters. Ball is lost. 40-38. Howard looking to take the lead or tie it up. And Hinker misses, but that foul's going to be called on Taden Kerrigan. That'll be Kerrigan's second. And Hinker will go to the line to shoot two Now he is 4 for 5 from the line as Sawyer Whiff looks to check in along with Christopher Austin. First free throw from Hinker is up and good. So David Walter and Taden Kerrigan check out with 3:12 to go. Sawyer Whiff, Luke Peters, Tate Sorensen, Luke Miller, and Christopher Austin out there for the Flyers. And Hinker hits both, and it's now tied at 40. So checking out is Carson Hinker. So it's Colt Becker, Brody Spader, Luke Kepsel, Austin Severson, and Lucas Feldhaus. There's Miller over to Austin. Austin over to Whiff. Whiff down to Sorensen. Out to Peters for 3 off the back iron. Rebound into the hands of, into the hands of Austin Severson. 2:46 to go. Tied at 40. Doesn't get much closer than this. Short little jumper, no good. Rebound Sawyer Whiff, and that's going to be a jump ball. A jump ball created by Colt Hinker, and the ball will stay with Howard. So Carson Hinker checks in. So Austin Severson skies it high to Colt Becker. Becker drives in. Kicks it over to Luke Kepsel. Nice job. Good ball movement as here's Becker guarded by Austin. And Hinker drives in over to Severson. Good ball movement. Here's Feldhaus. He'll drive the baseline. Gets kind of caught out there, but gets it to Kepsel. And they're going to call a foul on Sawyer Whiff. Or they're going to call it on the floor on Sorensen. That is on Whiff, and that is Whiff's 4th personal. 4 personal fouls on Sawyer Whiff with 2:17 to go. Kind of like the legend Katie Crossway loves to foul, and that is keeping him out right now. So we will we'll see how this goes. Long shot, and that is a 3-pointer for Carson Hinker, and that's the biggest lead of the game for Howard. And that's a rebound by Howard. And so Freeman looking to try to regain a little composure here as here's Hinker. Drives in, and that's going to be... Wow, they called that a blocking foul. And they count the basket. Ooh, I thought Sorensen had pretty good position there. But either way, Hinker with the basket and looking to get the and one. 5-point lead for Howard is the biggest they've had. He is 6 for 7 from the line and make it 6 for 8. Rebound into the hands of Freeman. Freeman now down 5 with 1:48 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Luke Miller. Miller gets it over to Walter. Miller for 3. Drains it. Luke Miller with a nice 3-pointer. He now has 7 points. Cuts it back down to 45-43. So Hinker on the baseline. Skips it out to Colt Becker. Becker floats it up. Leaves it short. Rebound Kepsel, though. Up. No good. Rebound into the hands of Christopher Austin. So Freeman looking to tie it back up with 1:09 to go. Austin over to Walter. Walter thought about the 3. Little floater up and will get it to fall. And that is now a tie game at 45 as Walter hits it. He now has 14 points. 55 seconds to go. 45-45. As they get it down low to Kepsel just off the block. Out to Severson. No good. Rebound Walter. And so Freeman looking to maybe take another lead here. 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as Walter gets it out to Miller. Miller for 3, and Freeman takes another lead. Luke Miller now has 10 points on the night. Luke Miller averages 4.2. So Freeman with a 3-point lead. Howard with the ball. It looks like they will play for the final shot. As they get it into Kepsel. Kepsel with 7 seconds to go. Loses control. Gets it over to Hinker. Hinker guarded out there. Kepsel And that's going to be a long three-pointer here. No good, and that is the way the third quarter will end. Just like the first two quarters end, Freeman leading by 3, 48-45. We'll be back with this final quarter of this SODAK 16 matchup between Freeman and Howard. Brought to you by our sponsors, Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates, and more. We'll be back in 1 minute on Classic Hits 106.3 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
At the Freeman Parkston Dental Centers, you will receive the highest quality comprehensive dental care in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Freeman Parkston Dental Centers strive to provide the best general, cosmetic, and emergency dental care in the area. In addition to general dentistry, they offer Invisalign, teeth whitening, dental implants, and pediatric services. The team is highly trained, professional, and compassionate. Freeman and Parkston Dental Centers are a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Welcome back to our Freeman Flyer basketball versus Howard. At the end of three quarters, it's 48-45 in favor of Freeman. That three-point lead has been fairly consistent depending upon who is leading at a certain time, but 48-45, Freeman leads Howard. It was 15-12 after 1, 30-27 after 2, 48-45 after 3. Starting with possession for Freeman will be Luke Miller, David Walter, Taden Kerrigan, Luke Peters, and Tate Sorensen. Walter is going to be fouled on the shot by, I believe, Kepsel. The story for Freeman might be that Sawyer Whiff is in foul trouble with 4 personals, and that is a foul on Kepsel. That is his first. So David Walter to shoot 2. First free throw, a little too straightforward, not enough arc there. Hits the back iron, so 48-45. Freeman still with the lead, looking to extend it to 4, and Walter does. Walter gets it to 49-45 in favor of Freeman. 10 seconds gone here in quarter number 1 as Colt Becker gets it over to Lucas Feldhaus. Nice job down to Hinker. Hinker up and in. So Hinker having a nice game. He has 17 points on the night, averaging 14.4. And here is Luke Miller. Miller gets it over to Tate Sorensen. Sorensen in the paint, backs his Kepsel in, little floater up and in. Tate Sorensen puts it up, makes it 51-47, 7:10 to go here in quarter number 4. Back and forth, buckle in, tell your friends, get them over here on Fuller Digital Solutions. This is going to be one of the best games of the season. And Hinker gets it over to Feldhaus. Short little jumper, no good, into the hands of Luke Miller. So Freeman looking to try to get it to a 2 to 3 possession game, as here's Sorensen in the paint. Little floater, kicks it out to Luke Peters. Kerrigan over to Walter. Walter drives into the paint. Gets it over to Sorensen, who drives in, kicks it out to Miller. Miller for 3, drains it. That is Miller's 3rd tray of the day, 54-47. This is Freeman's biggest lead since the second quarter. And here's Luke Kepsel driving in, floats it up and in. And Coach Kepsel wants to take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is Freeman Flyer basketball as they face Howard in this SODAK 16 matchup, brought to you by Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson of Yankton of Tri-State, Next Home Realty. We'll be back in 1 minute.
The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams.
Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. When it's time to get your vision checked, you go to the eye care center that has the latest technology. Vision Care Associates now offers new OptiMap dilation free exams in both the Freeman and Parkston clinics. It's quick and easy. Best of all, it keeps your day interruption free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. See the best when you visit Vision Care Associates in Freeman and Parkston.
Welcome back to SODAK 16 basketball featuring the Freeman Flyers and the Howard Tigers. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson, and David Walter cannot get that to fall. 6:04 to go. Freeman with a 5-point lead. And here is Lucas Feldhaus over to Carson Hinker. Hinker, the story of the game. Hinker and Kepsel, the story of the game for Howard. Luke Miller, the story of the game for Freeman. And so here's Luke Kepsel at the top of the key. Gets it over to Colt Becker, down to Carson Hinker. Hinker double teamed there. Kicks it back out, but nice job by Taden Kerrigan with the steal. Up the right hand, lays it in. And that is back to a 7-point lead for Freeman, 56-49 with 5:29 to go. And Becker loses control of it. That'll be a jump ball, and that will favor Howard. So Howard will retain possession, but 28 seconds on the shot clock, 5:23 on the game clock. And again, it's now a 3-possession game. And so if you're Freeman, smart shots, it's efficiency. And Howard just looking to score. You got to get a bucket here and just start whittling away. 7 points, obviously not much at all. But three-point shooting hasn't been big for Howard tonight. So you're looking more at 3 to 4 possessions here. And so here's Feldhaus over to Colt Becker. Down low to Luke Kepsel. There's a three-pointer for Austin Severson. No good. Rebound off the hands of Taden Kerrigan. Out of bounds off of Freeman. So that will be in the hands of Howard. They will inbound. It's Austin Severson along the baseline. They get it into Kepsel. Kepsel, little turnaround jumper, no good. But Kepsel gets his own rebound. Gets it out to Austin Severson. He'll take the three. No, off the front iron. Rebound there by Taden Kerrigan. Kerrigan gets it ahead to Luke Peters. Peters on the block. Met there by Severson. Kicks it back out. Tate Sorensen dribbles to the right. 4:39 to go. Again, that was a smart play to reset because efficiency is important for Freeman. Luke Miller, cannot connect, but David Walter with the rebound and the connection. He now has 17 points on the night. That is the 9-point lead. That is the biggest lead of the night for Freeman. Skip pass over to Severson for three. Drains it. Austin Severson hits the three. And Coach Kepsel wants to take a timeout. A full timeout for Howard with the score 58-52, 4:13 to go. We'll take a quick timeout brought to you by Hoots Bar, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane, and C&B Operations. We'll be back.
It started with a rancher who built a fence that bordered land. This is where we began. A copper wire strung from one fence post to the next. That lone wire went on to connect one family to another, and then another, until one day, it touched us all. At Golden West, we didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Welcome back to Class B, SODAK 16 basketball with 4:12 to go from the Corn Palace. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson, where Freeman leads Howard 58-52. Taden Kerrigan, long two-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Carson Hinker. Hope you can join us and are enjoying the broadcast on Classic Hits 106.3 and Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. Hinker gets it out to Severson. Severson gets it over to Colt Becker. Try to get it down to Kepsel. That is just out of his reach. And the steal there by Taden Kerrigan. And Coach Friesen from Freeman just saying, hey, settle down. 3.5 minutes to go. 6-point lead for Freeman. And here's Luke Miller over to Kerrigan. Not trying to be in a hurry as Walter gets fouled. And another storyline might be the fact that Howard has 1 timeout left. Freeman has 3, and that foul is going to be on Luke Kepsel. Kepsel with his second personal, second team foul of the quarter. And Luke Peters will inbound the ball, gets it into Walter. Walter with a little putback from just off the block. He now has 19 points, pretty much right at his season average. That lead is back up to 8 for Freeman. A stop here would make this a really good lead for Freeman. As they get it down low, it's into hands of Severson. Over to Hinker. Hinker drives the baseline, met there as they get it out to Lucas Feldhaus. No, unable to connect. And that is a rebound for David Walter as Kerrigan gets it over to Luke Peters. Austin Severson, 2:49 to go. I expect them to run their offense, looking for a great opening. And right there, Luke Miller is able to hit. And that is now a 10-point lead with 2:39 to go for Freeman. Hinker with the ball, gets it over to Colt Becker. Becker for 3, no good. Rebound into the hands of Kepsel. Kepsel on the block, kicks it back out. Long 3 for Feldhaus, and that is good. Lucas Feldhaus with his second 3 of the game. He now has 10 points. As they get the ball in, 2:17 to go. Tate Sorensen gets it over to Luke Peters. Peters gets it across midcourt. 2:09 to go. Peters up with the left hand and drops it. Luke Peters. And Coach Friesen wants to take a 30-second timeout. I tell you what, we're going to keep it right here. 30 seconds. 2:03 to go. Freeman with that 64-55 lead, that 9-point lead, that 3-possession lead. Freeman leads 64-55. Again, other teams that have punched their tickets in Class B are Castlewood, who defeated Ipswich 55-19. Del Rapids St. Mary. Viborg Hurley has punched their ticket. As well as Wessington Springs. Wall leads Sully Buttes 41-37 with 2 minutes to go in the third. And after 3, Aberdeen Christian leads Lemon 38-28. And Gregory leads Lyman 42-36 at the end of period 3. So keep it tuned here as we have what could be one of the best games of the season. 64-55. Freeman looking to upset 7th-seeded Howard. Freeman comes in as the 10th seed. Feldhaus gets it into Luke Kepsel. Along with Carson Hinker, Austin Severson, and Colt Becker. For Freeman, it's Kerrigan. There's a 3-point attempt. No good. It's Taden Kerrigan, Luke Peters, Luke Miller, David Walter, and Tate Sorensen. Nice behind-the-back dribble. And Luke Peters decides, no, I'm not taking the 3. It's 1:42 to go, and there's going to be a foul on Colt Becker. And that'll be Becker's first personal. And that's the team's 3rd. Now they need to get to 5 to start getting free throws, but that's all going to take some time. And then you need Freeman to start missing. So inbounding for Freeman will be Luke Miller. Checking in for Howard is number 4, Caden Schwader. Schwader checking in for Luke Kepsel. That's a hard foul by Becker, but really was trying to play for the ball, and Kerrigan just did a really nice job of holding on to it. So that's Becker's second, team's 4th. 2 seconds ran off the clock as Kepsel checks back in. As they get into David Walter. Walter guarded by Kepsel. Walter over to Sorensen. 1:34 to go. 3-possession game. And that's going to be a foul there on Austin Severson. And that will send Luke Peters to the line. That is Severson's second personal, team's 5th. So Freeman will be shooting the bonus from here on out. And it does look like Freeman, boy, barring a major collapse, looks like Freeman is going to be going to the state tournament. That first free throw, no good. 0 for 2 right now for Luke Peters from the line. You know he'd love to hit this one just for his confidence. So we already have Viborg Hurley, so Zach Efron. Zach Spear will be covering both Viborg Hurley and Freeman if they're able to hold on. 1:27 to go. As Severson loses control, gets it over to Hinker. Hinker drives in, up with the right hand, and good. Hinker now has 19 points. And that is going to be Hinker's 4th personal. Oh, a technical foul.
Technical foul has been called on Carson Hinker. It's 4.
That's Carson Hinker's 4th personal. As that is a technical. So David Walter will go to the line to shoot the technical free throws. First free throw up and good for Walter. Gives him 20 points on the night. Second free throw is good. 21 points for Walter. Luke Miller, the second leading scorer with 15. Leading scorer for Howard is Luke Kepsel with 17, followed by Feldhaus with 10. And that is going to be another foul with 1:16 to go. It's a 9-point lead. And that's Severson's 3rd personal. As Carson Hinker looks to check back in. Tate Sorensen at the line to shoot 2. Looking to get to double figures. First free throw up and good. Tate Sorensen now in double figures. So that's a 10-point lead, 4-possession game with 1:16 to go. Second free throw is good for Sorensen. That gives him 11 points. As here's Luke Kepsel with the ball. Kepsel over to Feldhaus. They kick it out. Severson for 3, drains it. Austin Severson drains the 3. He has 11 points. And that's going to be a foul on Kepsel. That'll be Kepsel's 3rd. 1:01 to go. 8-point lead, 3-possession game. As David Walter is at the line to shoot 2. Carson Hinker, the leading scorer for Howard with 19. And Walter gets that one to fall. Misses the second. And here's a 3-point attempt from Kepsel, no good. Rebound by Walter. And Walter's going to be fouled there by Brody Spader. And that's pretty much going to do it. 48.1 seconds to go. 3-possession game. A free throw here makes it a 4-possession game. Involves a lot of 3-pointers, a lot of rebounds. Just feel like at 48 seconds to go, if Walter can hit one of these, it becomes really just out of reach. So we'll see if Walter can hit one. Walter's first free throw up and good. And I really think that does it. 10-point lead with 48 seconds to go. Looking to make it 11. And is unable to. So Walter with 23 points on the night. And here's Hinker over to Feldhaus. And that is a steal by Luke Peters, and that should do it. Peters over to Sorensen. Sorensen, Freeman's not going to shoot. There's about 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and Coach Kepsel is calling off the dogs as they're going to. So Lucas Feldhaus with the foul as Howard will send in their reserves. So Tate Sorensen goes out to shoot 2. First free throw from Sorensen, up and good. As checking in for Howard, number 32, Chas Schumacher. Number 30, Garrett Feldhaus. Number 12, Corbin Shoemaker. as well as number 4, Caden Schwader. And I can't see the other number out there. Looks like maybe number 10, Harris Terwilliger. So Freeman will be going to state. Congratulations to the Freeman Flyers, the 10th seed here in the SODAK 16, upsetting the 7th seed Howard, who beat them by 21 points earlier in the season as Sorensen hits both of those. And now checking in for Freeman. Checking in for Freeman, number 13, Lane McCune. Number 12, Brody Sorensen. You also have number 34, Tannen Auk. Along with number 30, Caden Waltner. And number 32, Oliver Waltner. So they'll just dribble out, 19 seconds to go. Ball in the hands of Caden Schwader. Freeman Flyers, you have punched your ticket to the state tournament. So Freeman extends that lead in the fourth quarter. It had been a 3-point lead each quarter, 15-12, 30-27, and 48-45. But Freeman pulls away in the fourth quarter to win 72-60. All right, we're going to have a little bit of a post-game show. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with some stats. We'll take a look around both Class A and Class B as we prepare you for the state tournament, as we'll be covering both Freeman and Viborg Hurley. Zach Spear and Gage Ravelette will be in up there for that, so we hope you'll join us for that. But we'll stay tuned for our post-game show from the Corn Palace where the Freeman Flyers win. I'm Michael Schumacher with Tristan Nelson. We'll be right back.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
As we'll keep it on there as the Freeman players are receiving their medals. Taden Kerrigan, Sawyer Whiff received his. Here you go. We'll just be silent.
Luke Miller, Luke Peters, Axel Schultz, Caden Waltner, Oliver Waltner, Tannen Auk, David Walter, Trey Mask, and Tim Sorensen. Statistician Savannah Timmerman, Mackenzie Sherwood, Emily Mendel, and Claire Luthborough. Assistant coaches, Jackson Fegan, Kyle Rear, and with the SODAK 16 state tournament plaque, head coach Lance Friesen. Congratulations, Freeman Flyers.
All right. Got it.
Pick or place your property with Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty. With licenses in Iowa and South Dakota, Janelle Pearson is the perfect choice to buy or sell your home. Rest assured, as you see the knowledge, hard work, passion, and care that goes into taking care of you. Give Janelle Pearson of Next Home Tri-State Realty a call today at 712-552-7102 to take care of all your home needs. Janelle Pearson is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At C&B Operations in Freeman, we're proud to be part of this vibrant community where hard work, passion, and dedication shine through every student. Whether on the field, in the classroom, or on stage, every student is a champion in their own way. We're here to support Freeman and Freeman Academy athletes, scholars, and students involved in clubs and activities that make our town thrive. C&B, your hometown partner, cheering on all the young champions of Freeman.
Keep dreaming big and reaching high. CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
At Merchant State Bank, with locations in Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them online at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the athletic and academic activities of the communities they serve. Good luck to all the area teams in their games.
Welcome back to the Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Tristan Nelson, where in Class B SODAK 16 action, the Freeman Flyers have defeated the Howard Tigers 72-60. We want to thank our sponsors, Hoots Bar, Merchant State Bank, CHS Propane, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, Vision Care and Associates, Freeman Lumber, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson of Tri-State Next Home Realty, and Yankton Thrive. All right, well, let's start with Howard. 60 points. They were led in scoring by Carson Hinker with 19, Luke Kepsel with 17, Lucas Feldhaus with 10, Austin Sorensen had 11. But after those four, you only had 3 more points scored. One by Colt Becker, 1 point off a free throw, and Brody Schrader with 2. For Freeman, they had a lot of people contributing, but none more than David Walter with 23. But then you had 15 for Luke Miller. You had 13 for Tate Sorensen, 9 for Taden Kerrigan, 8 for Luke Peters, 2 for Sawyer Whiff, who battled foul trouble all night, and 2 for Christopher Austin. And then, if you're talking about this Freeman team, when you start looking at Christopher Austin and Sawyer Whiff, both seniors, but then Kerrigan, a freshman, Miller, a freshman, Peters, a junior, David Walter, a freshman, Sorensen, a junior. This kind of experience that they're going to be getting at the state tournament is so invaluable. Because so much of this talent is going to be returning next season. This could be a building block. Not saying that they're not going to be doing well at state, but just saying that they have a real shot to do well, but a real shot to build for next year, getting that experience at the state tournament. And so we will be talking to the coaches for Viborg, Hurley, and for Freeman before state basketball next week. Hopefully we can get Coach Tucker Tornberg on At the Mic yet this week. We have Coach Lee Hymas. I'll be covering Why Not basketball down at State this weekend, starting on Thursday. So I'll be at State down in Lincoln. Zach will be at State up in Huron. But let's take a look at who's going to be at State. State basketball for boys, Class AA. Let's take a look at that, as that has been set already. So boys AA basketball at State. Sioux Falls Lincoln taking on Spearfish. Mitchell versus Huron, Brandon Valley versus Sioux Falls Jefferson, and Harrisburg versus O'Gorman. So right now in SODAK 16 action in Class A, Sioux Falls Christian defeated McCook Central Montrose 84-41. Hamlin defeated Millbank 64-30. Rapid City Christian beat Del Rapids 69-54. West Central defeated Hanson 91-47. Lennox defeated Mobridge Pollock 58-51. Clark Willow Lake over St. Francis Indian 63-49. 7th seeded Hill City leads 10th seeded Cheyenne Eagle Butte 23-7 with 5 minutes to go in the second. And 8th seeded Groton area leads Winner. 9th seeded Winner, 3 minutes left in the fourth, 48-31. So right now, every game has gone according to chalk. And Hill City in the other game has a significant lead, 4 minutes to go in the second. Now in Class B, number 1 Castlewood defeated number 16 Ipswich 55-19. Del Rapids St. Mary defeated Waverly South Shore 80-50. Viborg Hurley over Crazy Horse 73-37. Wessington Springs over Timber Lake 75-49. Gregory and Lyman with 1 minute to go. Lyman leads 57-56. Just going to see if I can catch an update there. Number 6 Lemon trails Aberdeen Christian 51-31. And then here, number 10 Freeman defeats Howard 72-50. And then Wall leads Sully Buttes 56-49. So no score update. Let's see if we can get a score update in that Lyman game. As Lyman leads Gregory 57-56 with under a minute to go. Let me just see if I can pull up a stream here. Yes, 57-56. As they get ready to inbound the ball. I can give you a little bit of a play-by-play here. Sorry. 14.2 seconds to go. It's actually now 58-56. Lyman leads Gregory. 10.2 seconds to go. And there was just a foul, so it does appear that Lyman will win. So we will, looks like they'll be punching their ticket as well, and Aberdeen Christian leads Lemon. So, again, a big thank you to our sponsors. Again, we don't ever say, oh, you have to use them, but at least give them a chance. At least give them a chance to compete. And big thank you to Hoots Bar in Freeman, Merchant State Bank in Freeman, CHS Propane in Freeman, C&B Operations, Rural Manufacturing, Freeman Shopping Center, Freeman Dental, Vision Care Associates, Freeman Lumber Company, Golden West Telecommunications, Mr. G's Tires, Janelle Pearson of Tri-State Next Home Realty, and Yankton Thrive. All right, well, for Tristan Nelson, I'm Michael Schumacher. Thank you for joining us here on Classic Hits 106.3 and on Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube. Again, Freeman wins 72-60. We'll be following them to state along with Viborg Hurley. Zach Spear will be on the call, so we hope you'll join us for that. All right, Tristan, should we hit the road? All right, you guys have a great night, and join us for some state basketball this weekend. I'll be in Lincoln for Why Not boys, and Zach will be in Huron for Centerville girls. All right, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.